Yay! It's Friday, and we are live at Malachi Studio. We're here to talk about. You have to choose your friend. They don't choose you.
So that's why you must be careful of people you relate with.
The best thing to do, home is the first place where you need to learn. Yes, it is very, very, very important.
And the topic is relationship. Not that kind of relationship, a neutral relationship. It could be with the other gender, and it could be with the same gender. So I'm going to hand over this mic to who doesn't have a mic, so that he could speak into the mic, because I know he has a whole lot to say. That's why he's not with the mic. So I'll give it to him right now.
All right. There's a lot to say, but before we start conversation, I think we should first talk about a topic, or should we say, the topic we want to discuss on, and that's relationship, right? So, what again do we understand by the word relationship? I think we should. So I want to learn first, so I can know how to begin to discuss on this topic.
Okay. To me, relationship is two persons coming together with the same goal. Yes, with the same goal, particularly. So
You're talking about goal. What are you trying to say? Because the same goal in what aspect? Suppose for me to meet someone today and I have to study that particular person before I would think of going into a relationship with the person or making the person my friend. So if you are talking about goal, what are you trying to say?
okay, so I'm saying that before you have a relationship with somebody, before you meet up to that person that you want to be this person's friend, or you want to be close to that person, you would have studied the person. That's why you see that some persons will say that I studied you, or I've been watching you. It's because they know that, okay, I want to be friends with this person, or I want to relate with this person. This person is highly intelligent.
Okay.
This person is this person is that. And they see that, okay, for me to get to where I am going to, I need this person in my life. So that is how you start a relationship with somebody. That's why I said what I was going to say. I didn't say that like, even if you want to be in a romantic relationship with somebody, you must know that, okay, this person, if you accept, if you just feel like you want to waste your time in a relationship. But if you know that you have where you are going to in a relationship, that this person is up for marriage, this person is you know that, okay, this person, I mean, so I'm also up for marriage, that's my goal. And you know that this person is up for marriage, that's the person's goal. That's when you guys will talk about it, or you guys will come together and now begin to nurture your relationship till you get to that particular goal. That's what I'm saying.
I think your point is a bit clear, but it's not really clear to me actually. All right. Talking about goals. If we want to elaborate more on goals, we can talk about our ambition, the kind of work I want to do, the kind of things, the person I want to become. It's part of my goal, right? So imagine I'm meeting Mr. Nathan. Mr. Nathan is a digital marketer. I'm a content creator. So do you mean I should, because I'm meeting Mr. Nathan, let's say as a friend or as a co-worker, then I should share the same goal. Mr. Nathan now should start acting the way I used to act, maybe behind the scene or even while the camera is on, and Mr. Nathan should be running after camera the way I run after camera. You understand? What he does is different from what I do. So I think relationship is coming together of two or more people sharing a mutual understanding and building up on it. So
I'm going to cut you right
all right.
I'm not saying that because you want to be friends with Mr. Nathan must now follow your ambition. Mr. Nathan should support your ambition, because his goal is to be successful. Your goal is to be successful. So Mr. Nathan should not say that because he's a digital marketer, he should force you into the digital world. So you already seen that, okay, this person is pursuing success, and it might be the kind that is slow to success. He just needs a push, and he sees that you have the drive, and decides to be your friend because he knows that that's the goal. So I'm not saying that because is a digital marketer, you too, you must be a digital marketer, or because you are a content creator, he must be a content creator.
Okay, so if you are trying to talk it in that aspect,
Yeah.
I think what you are trying to say is the input or impact that you put in your, should I say, your partner in this sense, like relations. So the input, that is either the positive or the negative aspect that you have to put in people's life. So this brings some thoughts to my mind when you were like trying to make emphasis and what I was able to get in your word. You know, I'm sorry, I'm a very young man, but I've had some kind of experience that, you know, even people that are older than me might not have. So in this, I remember something sometimes ago. I met with some friends and we started, you know, normal friendship. We met at an should I say, it's not event, is that then I'm GT, yes, I'm GT, the content architect, and you know, I am into photography, videography, content creation and all that. So those time we want to do a particular short movie, and I met with some kind of set of guys, and in the long run they introduce, you know, we begin to introduce ourselves to each other, you know, as guys now, you know, and you know, we have females, and there are some things they introduced to me that I it's not that I don't know about it, but I am not into it, you get. And I was young then, but when they introduced me to those things, I was like, every one of them are doing the same thing. I was like, I don't think it's so. I begin to do that thing, and it's not that I actually want to do, but I find myself doing that same thing. So at the end of the time, I begin to see that, wait, I'm already doing what these people are doing, because I had to stay with them for a long time. It's not about 1 year, it's like 2 years. So I just brought about that movie and all this thing, because that's the kind of, we are just young, you know, making skits, comedy skits. So we're like, let's just do a short movie. So we used to meet almost every day. After school, we meet every day. The funniest thing, we did not later achieve that. There are many things. I actually wish I could say some things online, but I will not say it because some people would me. So now, so we begin to do something, and it was even now when I begin to grow and I begin to think that, those things where I just do that, are nonsense. I just find myself doing. So now, people have impact in your life, either negative or positive. And I've met with a lot of people that their positive side has affected me. And again, I've met people that brought about pain to me. That's the truth. I've met people that brings that this kind of mind that I will be like, wait, is it actually? The truth is, you should not have this kind of mind that everybody that you meet in your life should not be categorized as, number one, your family, or like they will be with you for years. And sometimes you need to know when to leave a relationship. You need to know when to even start, and you also need to know the kind of person you will be with, because if you don't know, you will not know forever. That's the truth. So I think you should have something to say, because I have many to say, but I don't want to start pushing. You get. So let's just build as we go on. Thank you.
So with all they have said, I have a whole lot to say concerning what they have said, but I think I'll just say, Mr. Nathan, I don't know, maybe you have something to say.
Okay, as you were speaking, I just try to recall, let me just give two scenarios. I will say something concerning what you're saying, that the people you meet affect the kind of person you become, which is actually very, very true. The people you meet actually affect the kind of person you become. But do you know that you also need to go to the extent that you need to develop yourself, because you can be in the midst of, let's say for instance, smokers for years, and do you know that you can do without smoking?
I agree.
Yes, you
totally agree.
I'm serious.
I totally agree with this one.
Yes, sir.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
Of course.
All right, bro. Talking about smoking, I'm sorry. I will say this. Talking about smoking, bro. Looking at me. Well, okay. Now I grew up in an environment, because what you were about to say, like you made a point, and that's on society. Society matters, and the kind of man you become. You said you might not even smoke, right? And it's because of the kind of home you come from.
Yes.
Bro, your kind of home determines the kind of person you'll be, and your society. Two things that I know that builds men. Either a great the other side, or someone who is disciplined and the other one is number one is home and the society. Now imagine someone whose home encourages, some parents don't say smoke, but the way they give you access to some things encourages you to do what, to engage yourself in some bad art. I'm sorry, I want to
I would like to say something
okay,
before you go for
okay,
that.
because I have things to say about that aspect.
I know, but
all right.
you said something about self-discipline, which is very, very important.
Okay.
If you're talking about home, sorry to say, I will not want to, but I will actually need to make this instance. How about pastor children that are becoming? See, these people are well built up.
Oh God, there are many things to say now.
These people are well built up. I'm sorry to.
No, you can continue the conversation because I have.
I'm sorry to
this guy, because this is
I'm serious.
Okay.
You see some pastor children and you look like there was a particular one that you heard yesterday. Jesus, oh my Lord. No, but it is well.
Heaven is real.
So that kind of person is, to be sincere, he was brought up in, that kind of person was brought up in a godly, from a godly background. So if you are brought up in a godly background, your society to also affect.
Yes.
But you also need to have self-discipline. You see, that self-discipline is very, very, very important.
All right.
That's what I'm saying, that you can be in the midst of smokers, that even you yourself, if you have self-discipline, you will not smoke.
Bro.
You can be in the midst of people that are doing all kinds of things, and if you have self-discipline, you will not.
Alright, bro, would you listen to me?
Okay.
I'm still making my emphasis on this, that number one is from your home. No matter what, see, you are not in that home.
Yes,
You can't tell what they are. So you're talking about someone having wait. You're talking about someone having discipline.
Home is very, very important.
Calm down. You're
Home
talking,
is very, very important. Yes, now money.
And now I'm with you, bro. Now you're talking about discipline. That before I could think of being disciplined myself, then you're talking about someone who has grown to some extent, right?
Yeah.
That has experienced life.
Yeah.
Now talking about, let's say, a 10-year-old child who was being brought up from home that, you know, like I made mention earlier, that they did not actually say you should get yourself engaged in bad acts, but they gave you access. You get that kind of home, and I'm just 10 years. Imagine a 10-year-old boy will know how to discipline himself when he's not even taught that way.
Okay. Now, something just came to my head. Something just came. Do you know that sometimes when you decide to cage some children, you are doing them more harm than good?
Yeah.
Do you actually know that?
Yeah.
Sincerely, if you are saying that you want to cage them, you don't want to expose them to, the best thing to do, home is the first place where you need to learn. Yes, it is very, very, very important. Yes, it is very, very important.
Nah,
But
that's where they cook.
there's a way to build
The food
your
no the house, no of no
there's
deal.
a way to build a home. It's not about caging them. It's not about not giving them access. There's a way to build a home that they will feel safe around you as their father and their mother. See, there are some children that they cannot even tell their parents what is going on with them. And which is a very, very bad thing. I have been begging God that, Lord, the kind of family I want to build is the kind of family that my children will be a friend to me, even to me and my wife. It's not that you are now looking for an outsider to speak to concerning what is going on in your life. You know, there are some kind of family, because of the strictness, because of you have caged them, they cannot even be free with their father, they cannot be free with their mother, and it's very, 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 very wrong.
So talking about all these things, you see, the thing is, this thing is going to be long. For real, it's going to be long, because now talking about relationship, we have been building on trying to talk on, and that's where it starts from. That's the truth. A man who knows how to relate with other people, maybe, like, you know, morals have been taught from home actually. Before you can know that this child has morals, it has been taught from home and even in society. Now, you know, I'm still making emphasis on these two things. Now, let me come to this point. I have, okay, recently, let me share my own experience, all right? Now, recently, something happened. I won't talk about society, talk about home too now. Something happened. You know, I said something in there, talking about some things that happened. There are many things. I come from a society where we are being taught that life is just where you come to just experience life, meet people, live life. Nobody has your time. You have your own time. You build your own self. All you just need is maybe if anybody is interested to assist you, they will assist you. If they are not, bro, move, also find your way, survive. That's the kind of place I come from. So I come from the place, though one thing we call love, then I actually now see it is love actually, but it's just street now. There's love in street, oh, that's the truth. But the kind of love is not the love that we actually genuinely build you to a man that everyone in the society will see as a mentor to follow. Now, the kind of society, like I said, is just, let's say, a rough society. All right, so now it has impact in my life, that's the truth, both negative and positive aspect of life. Now let me talk about the negative aspect. I'll not really deep more on it. I never get money like that. I never grow that to that extent where I go talk about myself on social media. So when everything don't settle, no worry, I go talk. I go even use that do movie. Now something happened recently, and I'll just okay. In my mind, I was thinking I was okay. Like I was okay. Not knowing that those things that has happened, that I've learned, or now there are some things that you just walk into it. Like you just walk, you begin to behave or have some attitude that you don't really want to do, but just find yourself in it based on your experience and what you have been feeding on. So I engaged myself in those things, and I was not seeing it as a problem. I was not seeing it as a fault, even though I'm a child of God. Yes, I'm still a child of God, but I know I'm doing well. So, but I still have those things, but I never knew those things were a serious issue to me. So I was just living life, and I was focusing on other stuff. No. So when the thing happened that it had to cause a lot to me, that was when I realized. And in the midst of that, many things happened actually, but maybe in the next podcast we'll talk about it, because those things will now bring us to talking about pastor's child and all that. It will bring us to that, because I actually have things to say. So now, when those things happen to me, there are many things that happened. I begin to see many people's perspective, and that will also talk about relationship. People that have relationship with people that I think they are the best that you can relate with, and people that you think, and at the same time I still have people there that actually did something that was like, wow, God bless you, thank you. If those people were not involved and were not there when those things happened, I tell you the truth, you would have heard maybe some funny things that you'd be like, why, and it happens due to what I have, and it's not my I can say it's not my fault. Though it happens, but it's not my fault. So it was when I realized, and I begin to but in that midst, when I was trying to come out of it and build up, because it takes a lot of time, I was broken. That's the truth. I was broken, and broken to God, but broken again emotionally because of what I experienced. Even what happened, the thing that happened, it happened between me and some group of people. Those people, even and that's why we must be careful when things happens. Let's say I and you, we are in good terms, and something just conspired between us. The word you say to me, I'm a very friendly person. I'm very jovial. I play a lot, but the thing is, I always observe words, because I'm a director, so I understand what it comes to when characters and building up characters and exchanging dialogues. I can be joking, but I know how to use my words. So when you use words, I would know the kind of the state of mind or the state of heart that you used to say those words. So those words were what, some of it built me, some of it broke me. All right, but the thing is, the reason why I was broken, but at some point I began to think, and I was like, do I really need to be surprised? This kind of people are not actually this kind of people. Like, okay, I was taking them as, maybe I was having the mindset like these people are like, and they are not. I was taking them as friends. Like, I was having the mindset that they are families, but they are not, and I never knew. So it was what happened that made me know that they are not your family now. So why it's only those people that I know that when things happened, they are not actually my family, but the kind of relationship we had in that midst. So I have two kind of people there. People that even when they were lashing me talking like they were like, that discipline is necessary. When you have a friend, you should be able to talk to him when he do something, or when they do something that is not right. You get, so those people too did that, and I was not seeing it as a bad thing. I was saying that thank you for correcting me. You get, and at the midst again, I was just saying so. And the funniest thing is, even among those people again, I was beginning to see people that talks, they were not able to say those things, but in one way or the other, I've added to you positively, and you still speak. You speak. Should I say you blasphemed me again? Just because you had to experience, let's say, a fault in me. You get that kind of thing. So that's why you must be careful of people you relate with. People you meet people today and you begin to treat them like, we have categories of relationship. We'll not talk about it now. So you begin to treat like people that they are for long-term relationship, or you are taking them as your family. The way you treat your dad is different from the way you treat your boss. Like in relations, the way you treat your spouse is different from the way you treat maybe your mentor or your lecturer. You understand? So we must get to know. It was until when I get to know that I was like, that's not though I learnt my lesson, all right, but I was not still thinking like it was so like I was like, the mindset was like I was treating those kind of people like the same kind of people that were correcting me, and I was like, they spoke harshly, but you get, I was still getting that point. So other people too, I was not like, but the way they were now speaking is not like, there's difference between correcting someone and, like backbiting, blaspheming, and now picking points just because of one error. It's a lot though, but I will not say too much for now.
I actually have a lot to say on that. It's a lot.
So really, like, this is going to be a whole lot, because of course we have had relationship with different set of persons, and we have had our lessons and our blessings. So because from where he spoke, like the first time that he was talking about having to be in the midst of some persons and still doing what, the fact that, but I will not, because he said something about the age. He said then he was younger, like 10 years. So a 10-year-old would not be able to make a decision. But for an adult or an adult, it's not everybody that is your friend. And then you can classify friendship. Some are acquaintances, some are your classmates, some are your colleague, but the one that you pick yourself to be your friend is your friend. You have to choose your friend. They don't choose you. Choose your friend. This is the person I want to make my friend. So because he was that age, but I'm very sure now he will pick his friend. And the fact that everybody does something does not mean that that thing is good. So if we have 90% of person that do something, does not mean that it is good. So you should pick the good. Now we know the good from the bad, so like that. And then he now spoke about the home too, that he said pastor's child, this, that, and then discipline, being strict about the whole thing. Like for me now, I'm gonna get inside, and it has affected me positively and negatively. Yes, my father has taught me a whole lot with that thing. He was a disciplinarian. He is a disciplinarian, and then he will lock us inside. It was that bad that when he locks the door, he will lock the gate. So if fire is burning inside, it will burn all of us. There's no escape route. No escape route at all. It was one of the neighbors that now brought their attention to it. When they still brought their attention to it, like he now said they should lock the gate but leave the door. So you see that, but you know how it has helped me. You can't see me anywhere. I don't roam about. So if I tell you that I'm home, I am home. Home, church, that triangle lifestyle. But then negatively is not being able to mingle with people. So it has now brought like low self-esteem. When people are talking, you can't talk, you can't relate, you feel like they want to really hear what I have to say. So you get, so it is now you because you have gotten to the age of building yourself. You now try to relate with this person, you relate with that person. So you see that relationship with people and that starts from family and all of those things is really, really deep. So it is now, but there's one thing I used to tell God, that thank God I went through all of these things, because now I know how to train my child. Though you still need God's direction. But then the basics, I can't want to train my child now and say I will get inside near Romashi. I can't want to do that because I know the effect that it has had on me. It is more than the positive impact. So that's just it. So I see that this issue is going to be a very, very long one. A very, very long one. You see, you still have a lot to say, and I'm sure you have a lot to say. So I think they are going to have to join us next week Friday, and we'll just do it like a live section that we even have to answer people's questions online. So you get. So we'll meet again next Friday. Please keep what you have. You can write it down. If you write it down, you will not forget. Write it down, please. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
So it's nice to actually pour out our minds.